Welcome to Gulf South Outdoors. Today's episode is all about duck hunting. Now, I'm not a duck hunter. Let's get that out in the open right away. The first time I was invited, it was shortly before dark. It was cold and raining. Perfect duck hunting weather, or so I was told. I considered the opportunity to stand in the cold water, in the fading light, in the rain, and replied, I think instead I'll just stay home and beat myself over the head with a hammer. I still think that was a wise decision. But this week we're at the Alligator Branch Hunting Club in Quitman, Mississippi, where we meet up with Matt Pitts, chairman of the Lucedale chapter of Delta Waterfowl, and Ryan Fiveash for an exciting day of duck hunting. Check it out.
We were on a duck hunt this morning at Alligator Branch Hunting Club in East Central Mississippi. We're going to hunt 150 acres of flooded timber. We got some hardwoods. These ducks are working pretty hard. The usual, wood ducks going to be flying in early first thing mixed in with some big ducks. Some big ducks going to be, we're working in later. Flying in off the main waterway, Chickasahee River, not far from us. Coming in, this hardwoods, they got some poplar trees and some white oaks and things of that nature. Coming there eating those acorns and those poplar bulbs, and turned out to be a really great shoot. It's about 10 minutes after shooting water. We just took down the first couple of mallards, waiting on a few more green eggs to come back in. First light, there was probably anywhere from 100 to 200 ducks that were above our head, but they were staying just above us, and we were kind of letting them move around and letting them kind of decide what they were going to do. A lot of wood ducks, but after probably about 15-20 minutes after the sun come up, all the big ducks started moving in too, and we really wanted to focus on them big ducks moving in.
Wounded. That's woodies, huh?
We had a lot of big ducks working in. We had a lot of wood ducks that were actually coming in the decoys. We could have shot those. We're letting those go, hoping to get those big ducks working in. We could hear the mallards and the gadwall and some pintail working. We're working some birds over to the left, and a couple woodies buzzed decoys, and one of our guys took a shot, killed the duck, so it is what it is.
With several droves of ducks flying overhead at first light, the guys made some great shots and picked up their first bunch of downed birds.
No luck?
No, he ain't full point.
Oh, he's not? I thought he was.
He's close.
I've seen all them cool colors. Thought he was.
See how much red's on, like brownish red's on that one's back?
Yeah.
The full point one, those feathers right there will be that long.
No kidding.
Breaking down, yeah.
we come back, the action picks up and the guys get some shots at big ducks during the mid-morning light.
Stay tuned to Gulf South Outdoors. We'll have more action from Alligator Branch right after this. Welcome back to Gulf South Outdoors. Well, the birds continue to fly as the early morning sky began to brighten with the morning light, giving the guys a shot at some really big ducks. Let's get back out to Alligator Branch Hunting Club to see if the action picks up.
Did you hear that, Johnny? Matt's thinking that the reason them mallards and stuff didn't come in is because we had the decoys bunched up too tight.
Yeah, it could be. Big groups,
A lot of ducks were flying over the decoys but not committing to land. The guys decided to open up their decoy spread.
We had some wood ducks working later than normal. Usually, a place like this, those wood ducks, they'll fly first 20 minutes maybe of legal shooting light. But we had a lot of them working late because this winter we had the hardest freeze in South Mississippi that I've ever been witness to. So the timber was all still frozen up. So we had some wood ducks still trying to work in, get in that timber late. So we're getting some good shots on those wood ducks.
Behind you, boys. There's a land right in front of you, boys.
Nice shooting, boys.
Very universal here. There's a lot of different kind of ducks that we've seen. We just didn't actually get the green heads like we were shooting for. You'll see a lot of green heads in there. A couple of pintail actually that's moved through. We got a green wing teal in. Killed one of those this morning. We had a lot of the big gadwall move in, and that was a lot of fun. We killed a lot of gadwall. Had a few of those wood ducks, which we shot them early. Those wood ducks like to start off in the first 5-10 minutes, you know, right after the sun comes up, and they kind of flood in there. But so we took out a few wood ducks to start with, and we kind of started trying to focus on some of the bigger ducks like the gadwalls, and it turned out to be a good morning.
Hey, work them, work them.
When Gulf South Outdoors returns, we'll have more with Matt Pitts and Ryan Fiveash. Stay tuned. Let's get back out to Quitman, Mississippi with Chairman of the Lucedale chapter of Delta Waterfowl, Matt Pitts.
Behind. Right in front of him. Nice shooting, boys.
I was really impressed with how well these birds are working, especially for this late in the season. Usually by this time they get call shy, decoy shy, things like that nature. We had those gadwall, they were working really well this morning, responding to calls really well. Even the bigger groups, more than just 2s and 3s were responding, even the bigger groups were working in really nice. Pretty much what you dream of. See the birds up front, call them, they break, turn, cup up, and swing right in.
Ryan, shoot. Nice shooting, man.
Solid black ring around his neck. That's pretty freaking cool.
Guys, let me tell you something. There is nothing like seeing these ducks coming over the top of them trees and cupping up and coming in there like that. If you ain't never done it, that's something you need to check out. It's worth the time.
After a few late morning shots and more down birds, the action began to slow down, and the guys decided it's time to pack up the gear and head back to camp. But before they could head out of the duck hole, it's every hunter's job to assist with picking up the decoys and loading up the gear. With all the gear packed up, it's time to head back to camp, clean these birds, take some pictures, and take a look at some of the beautiful birds that were shot today.
Quite a few big drakes this morning. That's a good mixture. You got some woodies. Big, good drake, gadwall, older bird, tail. Got these feathers, you go green tint right there in the back. On the speculum right there, this black part, I don't know if you can see it or not on that camera, but this big maroon patch extends on out pretty good. And then right here, this black on that speculum, there'll be a little green tint to it. And just the size of the bird itself compared to the more juvenile bird, you see the more of the brown down towards the end of the feathers. Maroon patch is not as big. As much green tint, and the core head, there's a lot of pinkish and purple in this more mature bird's head. But there is this little juvenile bird. So that's a gadwall, beautiful bird. So this is Drake wood duck. That's really, really common bird around here. A lot of people, myself included, grew up shooting these birds. This is a good mature bird, you can tell. I don't know if you see it or not on the camera, but this bird's got a lot of purple and burgundy in its head. These big mature, these older mature wood ducks have a lot more purple and burgundy throughout there. Most of those young ones, they just be green, a little bit of purple. And of course, wood ducks got these mottling on these feathers on their back. It's another telltale sign of a mature wood duck. And speculum, wood duck speculum is unmistakable, nothing else like it. Beautiful bird, and they eat really, really good.
I wanted to thank Gulf South Outdoors for letting their camera guy come out and film this hunt. It was fantastic. We had a great time and really appreciate it.
Coming up next on Go South Outdoors, it's our clip of the week.
This is the Road to the Conference USA Championship, presented by Overtime Sports.
Hey, Spencer Battles here with Overtime Sports at MGM Park, box office manager. Just wanted to give you an update about Conference USA. We're very excited about it happening. That's going to be May 23rd through the 27th right here at MGM Park. Also, next month, actually this month, April 28th, we have Nelly, Bone Thugs and Harmony, along with Juvenile. That's going to be happening April 28th. You can get tickets for both events right here at MGM Park, or you can go online at mgmparkbiloxi.com.
This week in Conference USA Baseball, Louisiana Tech breaks into the top 25 for the first time this season, sitting at 22 in the D1Baseball.com poll, with a 3-0 victory against FIU last Saturday. Southern Miss remains ranked in all major polls, placing as high as 13. The Golden Eagles junior right-handed pitcher earned his 3rd National Player of the Week honors this season, with his 4th double-digit strikeout performance, with 13 strikeouts over Rice last Saturday. Here are the current Conference USA standings. Louisiana Tech sits on top with a 22-8 overall record, 7-2 in conference play. Southern Miss follows in a close second at 19-6, 6-1 in Conference USA play, with FAU, Middle Tennessee, and UTSA rounding out the top 5. Tickets for the Conference USA Championship at MGM Park Biloxi can be found at www.mgmparkbiloxi.com.
Gulf Coast, get ready. Overtime Sports and Blue Cap Entertainment bring you platinum recording artist and international superstar, Nelly. Don't miss Nelly live in concert April 28th at MGM Park with special guest performances by Bone Thugs and Harmony and Juvenile. It's Nelly live at MGM Park April 28th. Tickets are on sale now at mgmparkbiloxi.com or call the box office at 877-344-2174. Don't miss Nelly live at MGM Park April 28th in Biloxi.
Well, that's all for us this week on Go South Outdoors. Thanks for joining us, and please tune in next week for another chance to find your outdoors.